Now we want to talk about family spiritual blood type. Get ready to get some deep healing, some major shift.
Yeah.
Because many times when you don't understand what's really going on in your relationship, you can feel like there's a stronghold. You might feel like, you know, if you feel yourself saying, for example, is this relationship cursed? Will things ever work out? And let's say that, you know, you have a little bit of relief and things seems to be going well. And all of a sudden, for no apparent reason, something shifted and you're giving each other cold shoulders, silent treatments, and you can't even pinpoint where did that sudden reaction come from. Or maybe for no apparent reason, you start thinking in your head, like, you know, it's not your thought, and you know it's not even making sense, but you start thinking strong, negative feelings towards your partner.
All of a sudden,
like it's just moving through you against yourself. In other words, it's not something you've premeditated. It's not something, you know, that you can connect to something else. It just suddenly took over your consciousness and almost possesses you. Your eyes, your
vision.
earrings, you're hearing something else your partner didn't even say.
Can I add something to that very quick? I know you in the okay, go ahead.
1 second, honey. Or
I'm getting too excited.
Literally, you know how like you can see those weird movies when the spirit possesses the person and then their eyes turn backward.
It's happening, but you don't know.
Their voice changes. Well, it doesn't have to be one of those crazy
horror movies.
Evil possessing somebody. You can see how in a relationship, the family spiritual blood type possessing
the partners,
individuals, and then those are some of the signs. Go ahead, honey.
So watch this. Let's break down the family DNA. The spiritual DNA of a family is what we're talking about. In some families, when you don't have a high education, they don't respect you. You don't count. That's part of the family DNA. In some families, if you are not light skin or you're not, you know, glowing black skin, you have to have a certain skin before you get accepted. That's the family DNA of the same race,
or maybe of the same
ethnicity, religious beliefs. All that is part of the family blood type. In some families, if the person is not rich, they don't even see you in the future what you can become. If you don't have money, you don't have a big house, automatically you're not accepted, right? Or the type of job you do, you're not accepted. That's a family spiritual DNA. Now, that DNA has been planted in you, in the family genetic code, spiritual genetic code, and everybody in the family has it. So if somebody want to stand against that family spiritual DNA, if you want to do something different, the family spiritual blood type in your siblings and your parents will stand against you. Suddenly you are pushed out. You are an outcast. They don't want to see that person for you. And that begins to create toxicity. As a matter of fact, that's witchcraft. We're going to tap into that. Everybody's against you. And this is what happens. If the two of you are not strong, this is what happens. And I'm going to give you guys an advice. When you're facing opposition and you run into your family and telling people about each other, or you're telling your friend who may also have the same exact DNA blood type is possible against the type of person you're dating, they will practice witchcraft on you. When you have 10, 5, 20 people in their homes holding you in a space psychically and sending toxic energy to you, telepathically you receive it in your body and it activates you against each other. This is how people practice witchcraft on you. It's not complicated. As a matter of fact, that's the way prayer works. How did you know? You're praying for your aunt, you're praying for your aunt from Paris, and you believe that your aunt is all the way in Africa, but the prayer will go there. How do you know it happens? All right. So the energy is the essence that goes into the spiritual realm, right? Carried by divine thought on angels to be delivered to the person psychically or telepathically. So you have to know who you're talking to, what you're up against, because that DNA, the spiritual blood type of the family, is also in your body. When you get activated, it will cause so much fight in your relationship, it will blow your mind. Not everything you can solve in your relationship at the psychological level or coaching, just regular coaching level. No, most of the stuff are spiritual. This is very important. Extremely important. What is your family spiritual blood type? Do you know it? What are the things they believe? What are the things they hold on to? You understand? Look at the legacy of the family. Who did they marry?
Yeah.
How is their marriage?
Yeah.
How is their relationship? You need to be able to make a list of your family spiritual blood type, and we'll show you how to actually clear it out.
So you know what you're up against.
So you know what you're up against inside your own body. Is that making sense? All right. So you want to add anything?
And also in the family blood type, it could be that every woman in the family, they kind of like wear the pants, you know. So if somebody comes with a man, and the man seems to have, you know, he's actually wearing
a pants because he's a man.
And then they realize that, okay,
no, you should wear a skirt, man.
You
should wear a
relationship the way that he lives. So pretty much what we're saying is that it could be a mindset. You know, the women, we sort of like, we lead the way. And then they tend to attract men that are like,
that will
followers.
let them, yeah,
you know, maybe they
let them do it. Not specific follower, but they will, for the sake of not arguing, they will suppress their feelings.
Yeah.
But when they blow up, it turns out to be something very nasty. Yeah. So you can see that in your relationship.
If you bring a man that's tend to speak his mind, that tend to
say what they mean. Your family would not like that man.
Exactly. Sometimes it's a mindset. It's a mindset. But again, like Alain was saying, if you watch the trajectory of relationships, if you watch the relationships in your family bloodline, how did they end?
Yeah.
How many of them actually have successful relationships?
Yeah.
Long-lasting relationships, and what happened? If you can watch that, you can see what you're up against. You can see why you behave a certain type of way. It's
better to have a real relationship where you're authentic and honest with each other to grow than playing, you know, the superficial outlooking thing and you're suffering on the inside. Does that make sense? So that's about family, spiritual, blood type. And we'll talk to you in the next insight. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.